My first reaction when I was diagnosed was fear and I'm gonna cry. Just devastated, just horrified, and mostly afraid.
My first reaction when I was diagnosed was basically seeing the face that my mom made and crying, saying that I didn't want to die because I didn't understand what leukemia was.
Fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of my girls and my wife and the future that lied in front of us.
My first reaction when I was diagnosed was simply one of disbelief. You get hit with the word cancer. I was shocked.
When I was diagnosed with leukemia, my first reaction, I was terrified.
The first time I was diagnosed was in '88 when I was 5 years old, so as a child you really don't understand what's going on. Everything just kind of moves really fast and all of a sudden your lifestyle changes, but your parents kind of keep everything normal.
I was scared, scared of the unknown, scared of death is always associated with cancer, and not knowing, controlling my future. So I think that was the scariest part and the first thing I thought.
Well, it's typically one of kind of disbelief, maybe a little bit surreal, maybe feel like you're in a dream, feel like you're in one of those situations where you've heard people say it or go through it before, but you never imagined that it'd probably be you one day to hear those words.
The defining moment of my life is when I was diagnosed. That changed my life. It made me stronger, made me a better person, and it gave me a better outlook among the human race. That is as defining as it gets.
It's funny, the first reaction when I was diagnosed, surprisingly, was relief. Because for me, it had been many months of biopsies and tests and lab results, all of which painted a pretty uncertain picture, and they didn't really know what was going on. So when they finally figured it out and they told me that I had diffuse large B-cell non-Hodgkin lymphoma, I had something to fight against.
I've been in complete remission for 5 years, hoping for a lot more. I currently get Rituxan every 3 months as an infusion, and that's kept my lymphoma at bay.
I have CML. I was diagnosed in February of this year, 2012. I'm currently taking Sprycel, chemo drug. I've been on it for about 4 months, and I'm very fortunate.
Today I am actually in 100% remission. Found out about a month ago after my last bone marrow biopsy that my donor stem cells were completely mine, and to hear the doctor say complete remission was music to my ears.
I've been 22 years in remission from leukemia, and I'm not sure if I can call it remission anymore because it just means I'm 22 years cancer free.
As of now, today, I'm cured and somehow running marathons.
I am in complete remission. I am 1 year removed, just over 1 year removed from my stem cell transplant, and things are looking great.
Currently this year, it'll be my 5th year in remission. I first started out with Gleevec, and now I've moved on to the 2nd generation Sprycel. So that's kind of my story today.
The month of October of 2012 marked my 5th year of being in remission. 15th of October 2007 was my last treatment, and although like every cancer patient and survivor, I've had my ups and downs after that, happy to say that 5 years on, still ticking.
Today I am in remission from leukemia for 17 years.
I'm a survivor in remission so far of my past trial of leukemia from 2007 when I had the childhood kind. So I have like 3 types of leukemia in all.
I heard about LLS and Team in Training. I started doing triathlons the year before I was diagnosed with cancer, and I was at the Lifetime Triathlon the year I was diagnosed. And while I was there, I noticed some individuals that were wearing TNT and Leukemia and Lymphoma Society jerseys and shirts, and I just asked one of the individuals what they were about and what they represented. And the next year I had followed up with Courtney, and ever since then I've been with Team in Training.
I heard of LLS and Team in Training in a postcard mailing. It was strange. Right before New Year's Eve 2012. I was about 3 months out from my stem cell transplant and starting to put on a lot of the weight I had lost through treatment, and not in a good way.
My brother and sister did their first TNT event for an Alaska Marathon while we lived in Miami. And they tried and tried and tried to get me involved, and I wanted nothing to do with any running or anything that had to do with exercise. I used my cancer excuse and crutch as long as I could.
I had finished my treatment, and unlike I think most people's expectations, I gained 30 pounds going through chemo from the amount of steroids that they were giving me. And so I got to the end and was figuring out, how am I now going to get back into shape, and how am I going to regain my health and vigor? Since despite all the other prognostications, I was going to live. And about that time, along in the mail came that little purple card. And I looked at that, and I used to be a biker, and I said, this is my ticket back to health.
Team in Training has benefited me lots of ways. It's a great program. I have made a lot of really good friends through Team in Training. I've been able to, I think, raise money for the Leukemia Society in ways I don't know that I could have done on my own.
I guess my first benefit was I signed up for a first connection call on the website. And because when I was first diagnosed, I was just desperate to talk to somebody who had exactly what I have.
More so than the physical benefits, to me, it was the emotional benefits of being with the people in TNT that kept me coming back.
We've benefited financially wise, my family, that way. Plus a lot of research we credit to the Leukemia Society, Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Through the months of training, I have made so many strong friendships and connections with survivors, survivors that are in my same situation with a family, still a lot of life to live. And also with just people, good people that you not even know their connection to the cause, but they're just there doing it.
All the money that's raised through this, if it wasn't raised, 12 years ago, I wouldn't have the fortune I have. So that's huge.
They are an awesome group of people. They are always there. They're a phone call away. They will answer any questions, any fears, anything you have. They are very knowledgeable about the cancer, the leukemia, any benefit, any marathon. They are just an awesome group of people.